Hello, and welcome to the Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues Virtual 2022 Disability Awards and Recognition event. My name is Nicole Anderson, and I am the chair of the Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues.
Hi, and I am Don Logan, Director of the City of Phoenix Equal Opportunity Department.
It is our pleasure to recognize the incredible support of Mayor Kate Gallego, City Manager Jeff Barton, our City Council members, the Equal Opportunity Department, and Phoenix TV. Their assistance was significant in making today's program so special. On behalf of the MCDI, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to all of today's honorees.
We also would like to recognize all organizations and individuals who were nominated this year, as it is evident that so many of our community are making an incredible impact on the lives of those living with a disability each and every day. Congratulations.
And now, it is our pleasure to introduce Mayor Kate Gallego. As mayor of the City of Phoenix since 2019, she dedicates her service to ensuring that every person is treated with dignity and respect.
Mayor Kate Gallego is also second elected female mayor in Phoenix history and one of the youngest big city mayors in the United States. Here is our mayor, Kate Gallego.
I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. It's my pleasure to be able to participate in today's virtual Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues 2022 Disability Awards and Recognition event. Recognizing ability, advocacy, accessibility, and achievements since 1993, the MCDI and the City of Phoenix are proud sponsors of this great ceremony. The annual event honors individuals, organizations, and businesses for their dedication and service to the disability community.
Thank you, Mayor. Today's virtual celebration also recognizes those committed to improving the quality of life of all residents and visitors of Phoenix. The goal is to inspire others to emulate the honorees and provide inclusivity for the community. It is my privilege to mention that the City of Phoenix is one of the most honored cities in the nation, winning the All-America City designation 6 times, most recently this year in 2022. So it is no wonder why we won, as we are able to serve City of Phoenix residents through the incredible MCDI Commission and show our inclusiveness and diversity. Now, without further ado, let's honor the award winners.
That's right, Jeff. Let's honor the incredible work they do each and every day in their communities and Greater Phoenix. Now, let's get to the program. The award categories this year include Architectural, Business, Nonprofit, Community Service, Outstanding Educator, and the Detective Olsen Lifetime Achievement Award, also known as the Pride of Phoenix Award. Let's begin with this year's Architectural Award. The Francis and Deanna Jaffe Thunderbird Global Headquarters. This is the most technologically advanced educational headquarters of any business or management school in the world, and it's located right here in downtown Phoenix at Arizona State University.
Well, the Thunderbird School has been around for 76 years, and our vision is a world of sustainable and equitable prosperity and peace. But our mission is to train and empower, educate global leaders, managers, entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs for the fourth industrial revolution. The building has in it all types of new technologies for learning, for engaging, for creating, for innovating, that allows students, faculty, partners, community members, our alumni to make a huge impact, positive impact on our local community all the way out across the world.
Our classrooms are set up in a collaborative style rather than a traditional lecture style. They have pods set up throughout the room. The professors can share content either in a in-room PC or from their laptops, all wirelessly, connecting to our camera system and our audio system. Students can also connect via those pods within the room wirelessly for collaborative environments.
Technology enables access at its very best. And so for individuals and peoples with disabilities, we wanted to make sure that the technology was tailored to them. So whether that's touchless stores so that they can get in and go to any place in the building easily, freely, universal changing tables, AR, VR capabilities, digital tables, all these things that make it possible for individuals and peoples with disabilities to have full capabilities, to be working and engaging like any person, any student, any faculty member, and realizing their full potential. Everything that I am about and we are about, as I said, is to make sure that we educate everyone. We allow anyone and everyone the possibility to transform their lives as long as they're willing to join us, to work hard, to be open, to be respectful, and to welcome everyone from different walks of life, backgrounds, including those with disabilities. As we always say at Arizona State University, we judge ourselves by who we include, not who we exclude.
Congratulations to the F. Francis and Dion de Jaffe Thunderbird Global Headquarters as this year's recipient for the Architectural Award.
The next award is the Business Award. This year's recipient is the Michael J. Valente Contracting Company. This company has been a stellar business with their contributions to the ADA community.
Phoenix is one of the most accessible cities in the country, and thanks to the Michael Valente Contracting, Inc., they're making sure of it.
So we're a concrete construction company that does new install for residential communities. We do ramp retrofits, which basically any ramp that's kind of out of compliance or concrete that may be heaving or isn't correct, we go in there, remove the old concrete and pour back new. So everything is ADA compliant, and that way there's accessibility for all the traveling public. We have to go in there, and the old spec or old detail for some of these handicap ramps were lines, or it depends on the city. Now we have to put in truncated domes, and there's a max percentage as far as the slope of the concrete, and if it exceeds that slope, we have to go in there and repair that. And so that's what we do on some of these areas, and sometimes depending on if it's an older neighborhood, we have to make the ramp bigger or smaller, or maybe move it in a different location so it's accessible for all the traveling public, especially people that are on foot.
Bottom line, this company is ensuring that there is accessibility for all pedestrians.
That's all taken into account as far as accessibility. That's always number one as far as when inspectors are out there and they're looking at what the specs are, and that has to do with that is people, whether they're visually impaired or in a wheelchair, that they are always able to make access or able to travel within some of these areas. We think it's a great honor, and we feel very privileged, honestly, to even be nominated. It shows that we're doing something right, and it's huge for us as a company to help to continue the improvements in the city of Phoenix, but also to continue to do so, and we plan on being around for a long time.
Congratulations to the Michael J. Valente Contracting Incorporated, this year's recipient for the Business Award.
Equity and access is what Phoenix strives for. That is what I believe in. I applaud and thank you for the work you do in this field.
The next award is the Nonprofit Award. The recipient this year is Gompers. This private school utilizes research-based special education strategies to develop each student's academic strengths.
Hi, Phoenix! Hi, Phoenix!
Gompers supports 500 adults and students with physical and developmental disabilities.
We have programs that support individuals with disabilities in an adult day program, an employment service that works with local businesses.
Gompers utilizes research-based special education strategies
Share with us?
and a variety of teaching methods
I know you know, girl.
to increase communication and independence.
What was that? One more time? Awesome.
Maddie has a disability, and he knows why Gompers is so effective.
Because I truly believe that Gompers cares more than the average person about this population.
Maddie uses this assistive technology device that allows him to communicate with a sensor attached to his forehead.
When I first started at Gompers in OSIC, I looked at Gompers as a daycare. After a while, I got my very first job.
Gompers was founded 75 years ago by Margaret Renault. Today, they have campuses in Phoenix, Glendale, and Peoria.
I love to do this.
Participants have opportunities to explore interests and gain experience with a goal of independent, competitive employment.
I love to do this kind of work.
Their mission has been to encourage people to fulfill their dreams and maximize their abilities to reach their highest potential for independence.
In the clay for Costco, I ordered stuff on here.
This commitment has been met for 3/4 of a century in the Phoenix area and has earned Gompers the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities Nonprofit Award.
This coincides wonderfully with our celebrating our first 75 years of support to the IDD community. What a great way to kickstart the next 75 years. Thank you, Phoenix.
Congratulations to Gompers, this year's recipient for the Nonprofit Award.
For the city of Phoenix, for myself, it's a priority that we're one of the most inclusive cities in the entire world, that those that have different abilities are taken care of. If we're able to take care of them, everyone else is going to be taken care of. And for all of those that we honor today, we are thankful for your work, for your service, to making sure that Phoenix is one of the most inclusive cities that takes care of all of its residents.
The next award is the Community Service Award. This year's awardee is Asim Dietrich. He's an attorney with the Arizona Center for Disability Law and has assisted in landmark decisions impacting the disability community.
Asim Dietrich is an attorney at the Arizona Center for Disability Law. He immigrated to the United States from India at the young age of 4, and he advocates for legal rights for those with disabilities, while living with a disability himself.
Well, what got me interested in disability, well, was my own personal experience. There was some medical equipment I needed, which my insurance was refusing to cover. So I had an attorney assist me with that matter, and we were successful to get the equipment that I needed. So that really got me interested in the power of the law to assist people with disabilities.
Asim lives with muscular dystrophy, a chronic illness that progresses and weakens the muscles. After graduating from Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law at Arizona State, Asim aspired to change laws to help people with disabilities.
The thing I'm most proud of was a lawsuit that I worked on regarding the accessibility of the 911 system in Arizona. What we were seeking in that lawsuit was to make 911 available via text message. So it's referred to as text to 911 because the 911 system previously was only available either through a voice call, which is inaccessible for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. It's really an honor to know that the work I've done and the work that I'm doing has been recognized. People with disabilities are more likely to be abused, and they're more likely to be subject to discrimination. We still all have to continue to fight for our rights and fight for the disability community.
Congratulations to Asim Dietrich, this year's recipient for the Community Service Award.
I believe that Phoenix should be a city that works for all residents. When we create more inclusive spaces or have different able leaders that advocate for their communities, we must recognize how these changes get us closer to this vision for our city.
The next award is the Outstanding Educator Award. This award goes to Travis Harris. Mr. Harris is the epitome of an outstanding special education teacher for his tireless commitment to students with special needs.
I started off as an assistant at Cactus High School in Peoria, and then spent some time as a caregiver for an individual with physical disabilities. Eventually I had transitioned to ASU, graduated, and then started teaching special education at Sweetwater Elementary in Glendale until I applied here at Gompers in 2016. When I became the director, it was a little bit of a learning curve. I had to transition from being just a teacher supporting students to an administrator supporting teachers, supporting therapists. I had to learn working with other school districts that were looking to privately place their students and then supporting them and the families. When I was a teacher, I had a student that had some very significant behavioral challenges, and I asked the mom, what did she want for her son to be able to do? And she's like, academics are important, but I just want to take him to the park. And so we worked on this routine where he learned to wait for his turn at the slide, because this is a student that really couldn't interact with other people safely. And he learned to wait, let the person in front of him go up the slide down, and then exit the slide before him. And I remember the mom telling me how excited she was when she was able to take her son to the park and just play with the other children. I think everyone's always surprised at what people can do when given the opportunity, when given the proper support. And then the other thing is just patience and developing routines. I love working here. I love the team that we have, and I just love being able to see graduating students, years down the road, still in the program, still happy, still making progress. This nomination is important to me because this is a field that I'm very passionate about and have been fortunate enough to have experience with so many other professionals that I've learned from, that I hope have learned from me. I was very fortunate to be nominated, especially from the city of Phoenix, because that's where I was born, it's where I live. I've been a native my whole life, and I really like the fact that Phoenix does make an effort to be as an inclusive community.
Congratulations to Travis Harris, this year's recipient for the Outstanding Educator Award.
And lastly, the Detective Wally Olson Lifetime Achievement Pride of Phoenix Award. This is one of the most prestigious awards, and this year's winner is Kip Murray for her tireless leadership at the Arizona Recreation Center for the Handicapped.
Born in Pennsylvania, moved to Arizona when I was 9 years old because my sister had Down syndrome. They said she would not live another winter in Pennsylvania. We moved out here as a family. My parents were appalled that there were no programs for children with special needs. There were only 2 opportunities. One was an institution, the other was a school that you had to give up guardianship for.
And so she did.
The first Special Olympic Summer Games were scheduled in 1968 at Soldier Field in Chicago.
Her mission at that point was to come back to Arizona and start Special Olympics. So I've got a pretty rich background. My mother went on to be the director of Handicapped Services for the city of Phoenix, Parks and Rec. Growing up, I worked in all sorts of recreation settings with kids and adults with special needs. Once I graduated, I applied for this job, and it was only part-time, and I was hired. And I thought, well, I'll just do this for a little while till I find a real job. Well, that's 47 years ago, and here I am. But I love it. I've got a passion for it. I relate to these people, and they are people first. They've got the same needs, wants, and desires that you have and I have.
And this job that she's reported to every single day for 47 years is with ARCH.
In 40.
ARCH stands for the Arizona Recreation Center for the Handicapped, and we began in 1975, had a very unique beginning. We were created by most of the other nonprofits in the Valley. It all came together and said, what does the disabled community need? And after going back and forth, they said, they have so much leisure time. Why not do some things with recreation and socialization?
ARCH is the only facility of its kind in the state. It has a comprehensive after-school program for special needs children and adult care services promoting physical well-being, independence, and self-sufficiency.
I know the children are a real stronghold. So many parents work, especially during the summer after school. These children and even the adults cannot be left alone. You need specialized training to work with them. They're not going to fit into a regular daycare center.
They receive some state funding, but mainly through donations. They also have a partnership with Special Olympics and have Olympians in training.
I like Special Olympics because it's empowering. I can show what I'm capable of doing. For people with disabilities that have been told most of their life, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. And being a good athlete and supporting other athletes and encouraging them to do the very best. Kip is a wonderful lady. I've known her for almost 40 years, maybe 45. What she does for the community and for clients, you can't just say one word about her. There's so many wonderful things that she's done. She's always treated me with respect and love, and I give right back to her because she deserves it.
But it's just, it's humbling to be recognized like this. So I'm very grateful.
Congratulations to Kit Murray, this year's recipient for the Detective Walter Olson Lifetime Achievement Pride of Phoenix Award.
Congratulations to all of the awardees and to the Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues. I'm so thankful to the Commission for your dedication to serving our beautiful city and to your work to make sure that we serve our entire community. We want to be a welcoming city that excels and represents all of our residents. So whether it be city facilities and properties, our public transportation system, or our workforce programs, your advice has helped us be a better community. Thank you for your service and for picking such amazing award winners. And again, congratulations to this year's winners.
Thank you for joining us for today's 2022 Virtual Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues Awards Celebration. We would like to thank our sponsor, the Urban Phoenix Project, for making this event possible.